Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the Big Apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, spoiler boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that in 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out great tits. New York's Jay Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? Why would I?
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. enough to start the drive. And he'll be taken down at the... Gain of just one.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and
9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Goff. And this is incomplete.
Nice play on the football, and while it was tipped in the air, it made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground. You just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play. Nerves come into play. And despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Tiger!
Back to throw, Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Scott to return it. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over a 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They go play action with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It didn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Lions will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Man, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
That's good for the Lions.
Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And some room to run now. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 84 yards. And the Lions take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 27, Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens,
blitz coming, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by the former Lion, Darius Slay. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost them a ball game.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Tracy Walker in on the tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Throwing is Hurts.
Going deep here for Watkins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins.
34 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that,
this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jameson Williams
with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Lions have taken the lead.
all you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And got his man complete. A big play there for Philly. 65 yards.
Jalen Hurts, not a terribly big fella at 6'1", but his arms got plenty of life to it, and that was a thing of beauty there. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Sanders toss left side. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts
taking it in from 14 yards out.
And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Oh, this is, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 40, 20. And he dives into the end zone and gets the 2 points. Well, I think there was a lot of surprise from the kicking team there. After the block, they kind of froze and then realized, oh, wait, they can return this, and they returned it all the way.
And you know why they froze? Not often do you get that second sound, right? There's the kick, you hear that, and then there's that second thud when there's a block. That's when people freeze and they have to realize where the ball is. They picked it up and took it the other way.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Third and long. It's Goff. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Gone. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Oh, the return is Scott. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out. And so far, they have started to do so.
Those 3 words we hear a lot, stay the course. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Romeo Okwara shooting in there and dropping him for the sack. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
On these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run with Sanders. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. On second and goal, Hurts toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on third and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
After the interception, here's Goff. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
He's got a man complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Boston Scott on the return. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Once again, it's Swift running right through him. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slows momentum somewhat and is taken down right after. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. From the gun, here's Gone.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now fourth down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's fielded at the 45. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side.
Yeah, the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Left side here to Sanders. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
It looked like they had the run stopped at the line of scrimmage, but the hand got up into the face mask, and the officials, they were looking for it. They spotted it.
It's an easy call, too, when it's right in front of them. You see that neck twist just a little bit, and that's enough to draw the flag.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's first and goal. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Eagles take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Goff a handoff here to Swift. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A shotgun snap for Goff. This pass complete to Reynolds. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
He was brought down.
Quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 45 on second down, Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more. Hurts fumbles it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamal Williams, 27 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive, and he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Minshew's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off play action, it's Minshew. Going deep here for Watkins. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown. Quez Watkins. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Play action. It's gone. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Room here to run. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 34 yards there and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he's got room. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. It's caught by Sanders. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A give running left, it's Sanders. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends into formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Here's Goff. Flushed out right. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And take it right on the 30. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Minshew. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their #1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. They'll try to run with Sanders. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines.
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Goff. Past the 20. 5. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. We always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1. And one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. but everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make the most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of the season.
So for the Lions, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown.
And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Washington Commanders come to town.
Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat, and they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.